Let's go ahead and start with the first part here. The thing that I think made you unique, that brought me to you in the first place. Brandon Carter's a friend of mine. I heard about you originally through him and a couple other guys. Um, was the explanation of fasting. So let's just start with this really quick. So it's different from dieting, and what did you discover, and what is it that makes this Kinobody thing so unique?
Right. So the main premise on fasting is if you want to get very lean, getting very lean, what is required is you must be in a calorie deficit. That said, this is very hard for people to do. People struggle to lose weight. They struggle to eat less. It is one of the hardest things ever. And for most of the fitness industry, what people were told was you should be eating breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You should be eating every few hours. Every few hours you're having a little meal. And this approach does not work, never worked for me, and it does not work for a lot of people. It actually makes it so much harder to get lean and to be in that calorie deficit. And so 12 years ago, I started to kind of do my own research, and I learned about this whole practice of fasting. Instead of eating first thing in the morning, instead of eating every few hours, you actually fast during the day. And this is what humans are really primed to do. If you skip that morning meal, your body actually taps into body fat for energy. You actually have some really cool effects that happen. You get a boost in growth hormone, which actually helps, burn fat and preserve muscle tissue. And best of all, when you do a daily fast, not only do you get crazy productivity, you wake up and you're like motivated, you're like ready to get stuff done. You want to get a bunch of work done, and then you want to enjoy that meal later as a reward. But what's very cool is that when you start fasting every day, it's actually so much easier to be in a calorie deficit. Instead of having to eat small little meals, you can eat a massive epic dinner of like a big serving of a 14-ounce steak, potatoes, and you're getting leaner. And so this is something that I experimented with 12 years ago. And I've tested tons of different styles of dieting and low carb and X, Y, and Z. And this is something I've always stuck with. It just makes getting lean fun. You can eat bigger meals and lean down. And it sounds at first like the idea of skipping breakfast and fasting until 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. At first, it sounds very hard, but once you adapt, it takes, some people just naturally just love it. Other people, it takes a couple weeks for your, hunger regulating hormones to adapt. But once you adapt, it's actually like it feels natural. Like I am meant to not eat,
Yeah.
in the morning. Like right now, I'm completely fasted. I feel energized. I feel like productive and focused. Like this is like one of the most productive hacks you can do is just not eat. Because once you start eating, it kind of slows you down. You're digesting food. And so I actually find it to make getting leaner so much easier, and the benefits are massive.